Picking up loose ends. That was our plan for day 4. Picking up loose ends and exploring a few more places before the workshop group arrived later that day. That's right, this was the day when I was meeting the group for the first time, and needless to say I was feeling a bit nervous, a good kind of excitement. As this day featured a lot less rain than the day before, me and my dad were able to spend a couple of dry hours exploring some locations we had seen the day before while driving around. We took a short stop near Trauan on Flakstad, and here I am talking about yet another panorama. It's a simple composition. I'm trying to exclude everything that don't need to be in the image, trying to keep the feeling of isolation. It's 4 images, taken at 50mm, f7 and 1/500th of a second. The area known as Vikten was next on our list. Although quite a beautiful place, we ultimately decided on a very short stop, as we needed to be on our way to the beach 𝐿𝐴𝐻. I took this rare sunny snapshot on the way back from Vikten, handheld through the car window. Then we pressed on towards 𝐿𝐴𝐻. 𝐿𝐴𝐻 is a very popular spot among the many photographers traveling to Lofoten, and it's not hard to see why. Surrounded by beautiful mountains, scattered interesting rocks and a scenic, powerful ocean, it's a pulsating location for seascape. A very popular composition here is an image of the pothole known as the Dragon's Eye. I first saw this image in Mats Petter Iversen's Lofoten series. I will link it here, a great video if you want to hear more about 𝐿𝐴𝐻. But ultimately I felt it was way too crowded here. There were photographers everywhere. A beautiful spot nonetheless. Afterwards we carried on towards Svolvær, where me and my dad said our goodbyes. I stayed behind, killing a few hours at the local coffee shop while waiting for the Americans to get here. They were arriving with MS Nordlys, a boat coming from Tromsø. I was constantly checking the weather forecast. Wind, rain, 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 wind. All I wanted was one day of sun for me and the group. And then they arrived. Good morning everybody. The clock is about 7:30 in the morning, and this is day 1 of a little get together or workshop, if you will. The group arrived yesterday evening in Svolvær by boat, and we drove through a nasty little storm and heavy rain towards the places where we're gonna stay at 𝐂𝐚𝐬. And this morning we're gonna photograph 𝐂𝐚𝐬 from the bridge. We're hoping for a little luck and a break in the clouds so we can get some morning light. I saw some cracks earlier, but I'm not so sure. The forecast was a bit wrong. They said it was going to be no rain, almost no wind, and chance for a small sunrise. That didn't happen. So right now it's raining and it's pretty windy. So we just gotta have to make the most of it. It's gonna be fun nonetheless. Got lights. yesterday was all about rain. It rained all day from the morning till the evening. Then we saw this little gap on the cloud radar, the weather radar, and I thought there might be a short hour where we can get an opportunity to see the Northern Lights. So against all hope, we just wandered outside and I met up with the gang on the bridge, Hamnøya, and then it happened. Poof. We got the lights yet again, and we were really happy, and really happy we went out and took the chance. So there, just to show you, after a rainy day, the Northern Lights can still happen up here. So what a send-off for our first day. So this is our second day. I'm on my way to meet the group, and we're hoping, as you can see here, we're hoping that that little break in the clouds can give us some golden light on Hamnøya, because this place is right next to where we live, and it would be fun to have this in dull grey weather, in beautiful Northern Lights, and now golden lights. So I can see the sun's coming, so I'm really curious, and I need to hurry up and meet the others on the bridge. Alright.
Sadly, the sun decided that this was not the day to shine, and we got another grey day with a touch of rain to go with it. After Hamnøya, we paid the neighbouring island 𝐔𝐿𝐴 another visit, before we eventually returned for a quick lunch in order to wait out the rain. And of course, to dry our gear. Our next destination were a beach I had spotted a couple of days prior. A beach which featured another beautiful boathouse. This beach is called Skagsanden, but during the course of that day it would be known under a different name, Pattin Beach. All the rain the previous days had its advantages, and the small streams were creating these gorgeous, almost dreamy patterns all over the beach. I think we spent over an hour in the rain, just looking down, detecting shapes, recurring form, seeing grand scenes in small scales. When we got back to the car, I jokingly said that I think I have enough material for a whole exhibition on shapes and forms. Although maybe a slight exaggeration, it's not completely off the rails. And these 7 images are my favorite from my time on Pattin Beach. Day 7, moving day. We had booked the last 2 days in Balstad on Vestvågøy, a 1-hour drive from Hamnøy. This location got us closer to the beaches 𝐿 and 𝐷, 2 places we wanted to photograph before departing. But before we drove to Balstad, we took a quick detour on the other side of Reine. We wanted to photograph the mountain 𝐵𝐺𝐻𝐻𝐻, and at the same time we were getting a nice panorama view over Reine. Well accommodated into our new homes, we pressed on towards the beaches 𝐷 and 𝐿. As 𝐷 came first, naturally it was our first stop, and we headed down to the shore ready for some seascape action. Krishna and Kalyan found a candidate right away. This lovely scene with the rocky lines leading outwards towards the ocean and the mountain. It's a beautiful image, well spotted guys. This is Krishna's image. The wind were picking up as we moved towards 𝐿𝐴, and with the wind came more rain. Feeling a bit disheartened, I checked the forecast for tomorrow and I could see a full day with sun and almost no wind. And with this in mind, we decided it could rain all it wanted, for tomorrow we would see the sun. We photographed along the beautiful shore for a couple of hours, and among many fine photographs between the group that day, Kalyan got this lovely image of the round rocks at 𝐿𝐴. We had earned this weather, every last beam of light. And as you can see, we returned to 𝐒𝐚𝐬 one last time in the morning to capture this iconic shot and its surrounding mountains in beautiful sunlight. Our spirits were already high as we made our way to 𝐔𝐿𝐴, but after we climbed up that neighboring hill and saw a rainbow forming over the entire 𝐔𝐿𝐴, we lifted from the ground. We had endured our share of lousy weather, and now nature said, "Here you go, for your efforts."
Are you ready for this, Cal?
Never go tired of this place. Oh, whoa, it's exploding. This is exploding. Oh, look at that. It's dancing.
Yeah. Oh, purple color.
I haven't seen anything like this. I'm just filming this. This is the worst filming I've ever done in my life. But you can see how fast it moves. Oh wow.
So I started photographing these dry fish, tørrfisk, from below up against the northern lights, and it turned out really well. It was kind of strong already then, and then I started moving under the dry fish towards the city, Balstad, and I started photographing the northern lights over the city. And then Krishna and the boys arrived, and we stood there for a bit just photographing, and then it got gradually stronger, until suddenly it all changed. Friday is here, and that means my time in Lofoten, sadly, is up. I've been here 8 days now. 3 days with my father scouting locations for the group that arrived on Sunday, and then additional 5 more days with the group, photographing almost every location that me and my father visited. It's been a good 8 days. I've learned a lot, and it's been fun meeting new people, made new friends. It's been a trip I will remember for a long time. And even though the weather wasn't all that good, between the 8 days I was here, I had 6 days with a lot of wind and a lot of rain, and 2 days with sun. But that makes you appreciate those 2 days a whole lot more, I guess, when the sun finally gets there. I've seen the Northern Light 3 times, and the last time yesterday was spectacular. I haven't seen anything like it, and I will store that in here for the rest of my life. It was unlike anything I've seen. Alright, I'm currently waiting for the group to pick me up, and we're gonna drive to 𝐂𝐚𝐬 one last time, I think. Right now it's snowing, and we'll pick up some loose ends there, maybe try and photograph 𝐔𝐿𝐴N as well. And after that I'm jumping on a plane. Back home again, to civilization. Yeah. It's been good. It has. Thank you for watching.